ahead and tell us who you are and why we're here today.
My name is Sonia Parker, and I'm the founder of Parents Against Predators, and we're Mothers Against Child Killers. And the reason we're here today, we want to send a strong message out to mothers. Yes. Mothers are to protect their children at all costs.
Yes.
And these mothers today are choosing men over their kids.
Yes.
And they're allowing men to kill, molest, rape, bury, cut up, starve their kids. And we're tired, we're hurting. I don't say our mother can lay and sleep. I cannot sleep at night thinking about what happened to little Kendrick and his brothers.
Yes.
It's heartbreaking. And we want justice for them.
Yes.
And seeking the death penalty behind the justice.
Yes.
I'm Jamea Winters. I work alongside Ms. Parker. My take on this is we need justice for Kendrick. I have a child who is autistic. Yes, they can be hard to deal with at times, but they are so lovable, and you have to love them the right way. Killing any child is unacceptable. And I feel like the apartments failed them because when they came to you and told you that there was a smell, you done nothing about it. You failed them kids, and justice needs to be served. Thank you.
You're the next door neighbor?
I'm Alicia Trevis. I'm in Unit 518. We have seen them before. We have encountered. The kids used to play together. They went to school. We didn't know. We didn't know how far or how this was transpired. But I am a mother. I have a 12-year-old daughter, and I have a 6-year-old daughter. To see all this abuse, I've been abused myself. So to see a child beaten because of them being disabled is so wrong, so wrong. I pray that Kendrick Lee gets justice. His family can stay together. By the graces of God, these kids deserve any blessing that comes to them. Please, as mothers, we need to stand together, not separated. The jealousy of women is stupid. 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 Please, somebody speak up for these kids because they did not deserve what that man did to them. Rather, I don't care how much that man made you happy, those kids came first. Yeah. If you was not able to, if God did not want you to bear them kids, baby, you would never had them. That's how I put it. But I pray to God, and my father, James Chevis, is a minister, and I know by the graces of God, these kids will come, and they will be together. By the graces of God, I pray, please, do not, as women, let these men run you to the ground to where you cannot speak. Speak. The First Amendment it stands as it says, speak. You should not have to be a burden and not want to speak for your own.
Hello, my name is Karen Pate. We're going to have a candlelight visual here. I'm a tenant here in these apartments. I've been here for over 12 years. And we're going to have a candlelight visual Saturday, 7 p.m. here in the parking lot in front of their apartment. And we just want the community to come together so we can pray. We need some healing. That family needs some healing.
Yes.
This has traumatized all of us. I mean, everywhere. Yes. These kids, they can't stop talking. How did his mama and daddy let him do that to him?
Right.
How do you explain that to these kids and they seeing it firsthand?
Yes.
But Saturday, candlelight visual, here, 7 p.m. Keep praying, y'all.
Can you talk to us a little bit about how does it feel to know you lived here and this was happening all around?
This is so heavy on my chest because I used to sit there on the stairs, and where I sit, I could see the window. And to know I sat and walked past and had no clue. I have grandchildren. I have 5 children. One was murdered in 2002 on the streets of Los Angeles, El Segundo and San Pedro. He was shot to death. Nobody should have to live like this. Nobody. And to know that I was sitting there and I couldn't help. That's why I'm doing everything in my power to make sure from this point on, we have to start speaking and saying something and speak to our neighbors and get to know people in our buildings. So if they need help, they can confide in us to help. Don't go and want to just talk about people and mistreat them. Help them.
I have one thing I want to say about CPS.
Could you spell? I need y'all to spell your name. Can you spell your name?
Karen, Karen, Pate. P as in popcorn, ATE.
How long have you lived here?
I've lived here 12 years.
Wow, this is the worst.
This is the worst. That's the part that hurts.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
I have one thing I want to say to CPS. You know, everybody glorifying and clapping for CPS that they got the boys. That's good. But you failed Malia Davis. Don't fail these boys. We want justice for these boys, for Kendrick. We want justice for the other 3 siblings too, because they were beaten too about a stepdad. We really want justice, and I'm asking them for the death penalty. That's what I'm asking. That's why I'm going to court and stand in place for Kendrick as his mother, because a mother take care of their kids. A mother feed their kids. A mother send their kids to school. A mother hug their kids. Grandmothers call their kids and ask them how they doing, how their day went. How did you do at school? Did you do well? Where were the parents? Where were the grandparents? I have 12 grandparents. I call my grandkids every day. How was your day? Birthdays. What about their birthdays? What about holidays? Where were everybody at? This is heartbreaking. This is a lot to deal with. We need justice from the top to the bottom. We need justice. We ask for justice for Kendrick.
Are you amazed at the amount of time?
I was very upset with the sheriff department, but I knew they had to do their job. And we had to wait. And when I found out that they filed charges, it was a relief. But I cannot stomach what them little boys went through. They didn't have a bed to sleep in. They didn't have food.
Both locked behind the
I
door.
sit up and I brush my teeth this morning asking, did they have toothpaste?
No.
Did they have tissue?
Yes.
Did they have, who washed their clothes? It's so many questions that I'm asking myself. It's heartbreaking. It's hurtful.
Yes, ma'am.
It got to be better laws when it comes to child killers. They deserve the death penalty. They really do.
Spell your name for us.
Sonia, SONIAPARKER. I'm the founder of Parents Against Predators.
And tell me about your organization.
My organization is, we spread awareness about child abuse, missing children, murdered children. I'm in all the courts when it comes to the murdered children, not just in Texas, I'm everywhere. But at the end of the day, I can't, this case here is hard. I didn't dealt with a lot of cases. This case here is very hard, knowing that the body was in there with the brothers all this time. And I wonder what they was doing, what they was saying. Like, it's hard as I'm a mother, I'm a real mother. I care. She walked in jail, they asked her, did she want to say anything to her kids? She say anything. I love them. They not my kids, but I love them. And it hurt.
It does.
For them to be there in that apartment for so long.
Yes. That's what's eating me up. What was they doing? You know, and as the story unfolds every day, it's something different. Like, the boyfriend was going to the apartments beating the kids. So, of course, they were scared. Of course, you know, but it's bringing in my head, what was they doing? What was they saying when he leave? Was they hugging each other? What was they doing? It's so heartbreaking. Like, it's a lot. Like, I'm taking this real hard. For the last 3 days, I've been thinking, what they doing? They didn't have food. They begging for food, and it's just a lot. I know how I feel to be hungry. I'm grown. I know how I feel. But I'd be damned if I ever in my life allow my grandkids to be hungry. Allow my kids to be hungry. Allow the man to come before my kids. That's the problem with the women today. They put the men before their kids.
Can you come over here?
Alicia, Alicia, last name Chevis, Chevis.
Tell me in comparison, where did you live next? Is it next?
I'm in the same building. We're all in building 5. I'm 518. I'm at the bottom.
They were at 5.
They were on the third
floor, 531 on the other side of me.
And did you see anything?
No, we have not seen all our kids used to play together in the field right in front of like our apartments, but we have not seen these kids since like late last year. So around the time they did say that they haven't seen the kids, like around November, the 20th of November, the 29th, between that time, we have not seen them kids since then. Those kids went to school with my youngest daughter. My youngest daughter is 6. They all went to school together. I don't know what the 15-year-old went to, but I know for sure that one of the kids was at the school right here at HomeQuest, but they said they kept requesting for data, anything that was on the kids from Ailey, but the parents never showed any responses, nothing. I've seen them before, actually, like on the bus going to work sometimes, the boyfriend taking out the trash, but since then I have not seen them. I have not heard from them, nothing. But it's crazy how you can be 15 minutes from your own kids. 15 minutes from your own kids, and you never wanted to come back and say anything, never wanted to say, God, please forgive me, and if you was a real woman, you would have took them kids out of that situation and left that man where he was. Why would you want your own kids to stand in a situation where they couldn't even bear to live themselves? You let a man just beat your kids to death and didn't want to say anything. You injured them to the point where they couldn't speak. So why? I don't get it. Yes, I've only been here for almost 2 years now. I'll be here 2 years in April. But as a mother, like I said, I have 2 of my own. To know something like that, it hurts. You're not even like, I'm not even 100 feet away, honestly. I'm like 50 feet away. I'm in the same building, but on the other side. So at this point, I'm just looking for justice as well for Kendrick. If we all got to stand at the courthouse outside, I'm there.
What is the mood like at the apartment complex and in your building?
Everybody.
It's
everybody
dropped. Your heart drops.
When I said that we were going to have a candlelight visual, everybody was like, thank you. We need to do something because I feel like we got to do something.
Right.
We feel like here as a community, we look out for the kids. We have our own little things for the kids. But to know that we all been here and we couldn't help, and it was right there at our fingertips. So many of these mothers here in this apartment, they look out for all the kids.
Yes, we do.
We look out for kids who we don't even know.
Yes.
My kids are grown. I have grandkids that little. They come over and play. But all of these people feel like they let these kids down. They feel they are devastated.
Yes.
Right here next to us, we
Speaking of the apartment complex, you might want to address this. What do you have to say about the apartment complex and their management?
Can I say it on air? I'm laughing, but I'm pissed off. And I did address it with the manager coming out the apartments because she made the statement we couldn't be on the property. Every case of a murdered children here in Houston, I go on the property. So when she said we had to come off the property, I had some words for her. Maybe if you would have paid attention when they called you about the smell, we wouldn't be here. Maybe if you would have paid attention when the residents told them the little boy was sleeping at the park, we wouldn't be here. So if you're just collecting rent money and the housing money, then maybe the apartments need to be shut down because you don't care about the residents. You don't care about the kids here. So that's an ongoing battle with us. We'll be back.
Spell your name for us.
It's J-A-M as in Mary, A-Y-A, Winters, W-I-N-T-E-R-S.
What's this?
Oh, he always do candles and pictures. But you want to
Okay.
So what's next for you guys?
So basically, we're going to be seeking justice for all of those children, and especially Kendrick, because he did not deserve this. This is unacceptable.
Yes.
I feel like not only did the apartments fail that baby, the community failed this baby, all of those children. So at the end of the day, as parents, we need to stick together. As a community, we have to stick together. I'm sure we all have children. I have 3. And I have one that is autistic, and he's 8 years old. So I feel this on a totally different level, and I don't think it's okay. You know what I mean? There's too many acts of violence against these kids. None of that is okay. And at the end of the day, we have to stand up for them, because if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. So it's time for us to come together as a community, everyone, and start fighting for these children. Thank you.
One more person. Get it to me.
I'm gonna be real short. I'm gonna be real short-lived with this. Kendrick was 8 years old. My son is less than 4 months from being 8 years old. And I dropped my son off at school this morning. I gave him an extra long hug and told him I loved him. And then I came this way to pay my respect.
Yes, sir.
We have to do a way better job of protecting our children. This is what's going on in our community. Not a third world country, not another state, not even in another city.
Right here.
This is going on right down the street from my house.
Yes, sir.
So we're here together in honor of Kendrick Lee. Thank you.
What's your name, sir?
Matt, M-A-T-T-H-E-W, Mouton, M-O-U-T-O-N.
Oh, he might be kidding me. Hey, Mr. Mouton.
How you doing, Cam? Fine.
All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I think we'll get some.
Come over to the side.